Now, although we treat Excel as essentially a massive number cruncher, there's nothing to stop you from adding in some graphical images to help spice up those numbers and make them look much more attractive. If we take our working file images, you'll find we already have two sheets. Images 1, which contains a car wrapped up with a bow, and Images 2, which contains 3 pieces of fruit. Now, if we want to add our own images, we do that from the Insert ribbon and Illustrations. And then in the pop-out, we have the choice either of Pictures, which is pictures we have on our own machine, and that will cause a dialog box to open for you to browse for the picture, or we can choose Online Pictures, which will give us a choice of the Office.com clip art, so the whole of Microsoft Office clip art is available to you, or a Bing image search, and that will search the web. Now, a little bit more care has to be taken when searching the web for pictures, that those pictures that are offered are royalty free, whereas we know the Office.com clip art ones are. And it's not just clip art, there are photographs in there as well. And because I'm signed into my SkyDrive, I have the option to browse my SkyDrive. And that also adds in an extra option of being able to insert images from Flickr. But obviously a Flickr account is required for that to be enabled. So let's restrict our search to Office.com, where we simply type in a word or two of the type of image we're looking for. So if we're looking for an image of a girl to go with our car, we simply type girl and press enter, and it does a search for girl, offering us many images, some photographs. Now, if you find an image that you think you might like, you can click the little plus, and it will zoom in ever so slightly. And if you actually find an image you want, you simply click, and you'll see it then says one item selected. The reason it says one item selected is because you can actually carry on looking to find a second or even a third image. I quite like that one there. One click. We need to retain this one. So that's Control click. And now it says 2 items selected. Let's go for a third. So let's Control click on a third one, and we have 3 items selected. And then when I click Insert, all 3 of those are downloaded and inserted into my worksheet. What I then need to do is manipulate them to some degree, and certainly the first thing is to resize them. Now notice they've all been inserted and they're actually all attached to each other. I need to click away and then click on each one at a time. So I can resize a lot smaller just by grabbing the corner handles and dragging in. If you don't use one of the corner handles and you try to use the horizontal or the vertical, you'll find that that skews the picture. So it then becomes out of proportion. Let's just undo that. Always stay in the corners, and then the picture stays in proportion. And then to move, it's anywhere really away from the handles, and you get a 4-headed arrow. You can click and hold on and then move the picture. Let's resize that one a lot smaller and place it over here. So that's how to add images. So we could do the same on Images 2. It's Insert, Illustration, Online Pictures, and then you'll search between Office.com or a Bing web search. Let's stay with Office.com because we know that these are royalty free, and choose boy and return to search. And we'll have this little guy here sat on his turtle. Insert, picture arrives. Again, it's too big for our uses, but we can resize. Always stay in the corner and the resize will stay in proportion. Doesn't matter which corner you use, top left, top right, bottom right, it will stay in that proportion that you're asking for. So that's adding images to an Excel worksheet. Not quite the norm as you'd expect for a number crunching piece of software, but still quite useful for you to be able to enhance your numbers.